Amber Marie from Forging Foundations. If you're new to my channel, I'm a former teacher turned homeschool mom. I have 3 kids ages 6, 3, and 10 months old. I'm so excited to bring you this series in August. Each week I will be posting 2 videos about our back to school series. In these videos, I'll showcase the curriculum I'm using for this year, along with read-alouds, how I put together science units, and much, much more. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these videos this month. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the read-alouds that I'm going to be using with my kids this year. The first book I'm going to show you is called Freddy and Linda. It's from the Good and the Beautiful library, and this has been a wonderful first chapter book to read aloud. My sons have really been enjoying the stories. They're very wholesome. It's about a little boy and a little girl that live next door to each other and the adventures they have together, and how it really focuses on friendship and manners and just good behavior, and it's just been a wonderful book. The back says, one morning at breakfast, Mother said, "Freddy, the new house next door has been sold. A family with a 6-year-old child is moving in today. The new girl's name is Linda," and the 2 children became fast friends, sailing boats in the pond, taking care of an injured hummingbird, and saving ducks from a waterfall. Children imitate the behaviors they see in books. Thus, we should fill children's minds with the best role models, such as the characters Freddy and Linda, who are kind, positive, creative, and respectful. Freddy and Linda is an example of how completely clean, well-written literature can be fun and engaging without including any potty language, negativity, or disrespect so rampant in children's literature today. This feel-good book is a little gem for your home library. That's a quote from Jenny Phillips. The next book we're going to read is Journey of Ching. This is a book that's also part of the Good and the Beautiful library, and I have heard wonderful, wonderful things about this book. So this is about a boy named Ching, and one day him and his cousin are surprised to find a riderless black donkey coming down the path. Trying to look courageous to his cousin, Ching climbs on the donkey's back. When the donkey starts to trot away, Ching does not dare get off. Trying not to worry, Ching waits for the donkey to tire and stop, but it goes all day without stopping. Ching soon finds himself far away from his mountain home and caught in a journey that takes him farther and farther away. And Jenny Phillips talks about this book with this quote: "This charming Chinese tale is the kind of worthy book I want my children reading. Books like this one help form strong hearts and minds. As children are taken to a beautiful land, they not only gain knowledge, but are also exposed to beautiful writing and gentle messages." Now, the next book is one that I would suggest reading first before you read it to your kids. I read this book as a 3rd grade teacher. It was part of our reading language arts curriculum. It's called Stone Fox, and it's by John Reynolds Gardner, and it's a really, really, really good book. But there's a very sad ending, and if you don't feel like your kids can handle it, I would not suggest reading this. But this is one that we're going to read during our winter time after Christmas, so it doesn't ruin anybody's holidays. It's about little Willie, and his grandfather is sick, and it's up to Willie to save their farm from the tax collectors. Their only hope is the prize money from the National Dog Sled Race. But a lot of other people want to win the race too, including Stone Fox, who has never lost a race in his life. So this is just a very fun story. It has really good storytelling in it and really good writing. The next readers that we're going to read aloud are actually a part of a box set. It's Beanie and his dog and Beanie and his pony. And these 2 are about a little boy named Beanie Tantum and his companionship with 2 animals. First, his dog, and Beanie Tantum lived on a farm high in the Great Smoky Mountains. He had 3 toys of his very own, but he couldn't play with any of them. His red express wagon had a broken wheel, the broad rubber band on his slingshot had split into 2, and he couldn't play with the water wheel his grandfather whittled out for him because Tantum Creek was frozen. But he did have something alive to play with, something of his very own. It was a puppy named Tough Enough. At first, the Tantum family likes Tough Enough, but in no time he manages to cause problems for everyone around him, and soon no one but Beanie likes him. When the family's favorite hens start to disappear and Tough Enough is suspected, Beanie is afraid that his paw will get rid of the dog. Is Tough Enough really to blame, or can Beanie prove that he is a good dog after all? As Beanie sets out on an adventure with Tough Enough, he soon discovers why a dog can be a boy's best friend. Beanie and His Pony is about when Beanie and Tough Enough, who shows up in the second book, hear a horse. Tough Enough had found Sassy, one of hundreds of ponies that run wild in the island of Shackleford, Banks, where Beanie and his family were visiting their great-grandparents. Sassy, once a lively button-nibbling pony, was down, hurt, and nothing but bones and hide. Beanie and Tough Enough devote themselves to nurturing Sassy back to health, and in the process develop a heartwarming three-way friendship that seems inseparable. But what will happen to Sassy when it's time for the Tandem family to return to their farm in the Appalachia? So these two are a set, and like I said, we will read these back to back. The next book we're going to read is Lions in the Barn, and I've heard wonderful things about this book as well. This is also part of the Good and the Beautiful library, if you haven't noticed a trend. And this one is about a daring animal trainer, and he's the most daring animal trainer in the world. His name is Signor Joseph Dobinelli. I think it's Dobinelli. Signor Joseph Dobinelli. The sign reads, and Senior Dobinelli is in need of a good, stout winter barn for his circus animals. Clay and his family have just the barn in Connecticut, but do they have what it takes to care for lions and tigers? So this is all about a little boy and his family helping to take care of circus animals in their winter barn. The next book we're going to read is The Adventures of Felipe, a story of old Quebec. And this one, again, I've heard great things. It's also part of the Good and the Beautiful library. And this is about a boy named Felipe in the 17th century who travels from France to seek his father in the New World. Things do not go as planned, and Felipe finds himself in Quebec with no money and no idea where his father is. How will Felipe survive? How will he find his father? Follow the courageous steps of this young hero as he makes friends, learns about life in the harsh new world, and experiences exciting adventures. So this, and Jenny Phillips talks about this book with this quote: "This is the type of excellent historical fiction that is just right for creating strong minds and a love of reading worthwhile books. Boys and girls will love this well-written story of adventure." So this is one that I feel like my boys are going to really like because it has ships, it has adventure. Again, my boys love adventure. And by this time, my oldest son will be about 7 and a half, and I feel like this will be really appropriate for him. And finally, for my first year of doing read aloud chapter books, we cannot skip Charlotte's Web. My boys have seen the movie Charlotte's Web and they've listened to the audiobook of Charlotte's Web, but I've never actually sat down and read the story to them. So this is one that I'm very, very excited to read. And as most of you already know, Charlotte is a spider, and it's about Wilbur and a little girl, and Wilbur is a pig, and the little girl wants to keep the pig, and there's a bunch of cute little farm animals in here, so definitely a really good book. This will probably lead us right into summer, and it'll be a great summer light read. So I hope this video was helpful for you, giving you an idea of the different read-alouds that we're going to be using this year. If it was helpful for you, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.